test run of the Harvestore. That fan moves air. That's a 3,400 RPM fan. You know, your electric motors are 17 or 3,400, and that's the 30, whatever that is, 34, 3,600. But that thing is moving a mountain of air. It's got to try and push all the way through. You got a lot of static pressure to get through all that corn. And so when the wind isn't whipping, the wind is whipping today, boy. Tomorrow when it's not whipping, I want to turn the fan on and go up and see how much air is coming out the top. And so stay tuned. So I took that bale down to the neighbor. The heifers really liked it, so he dropped his hay cart off and wants a load. So we'll put 4 on the truck, and I think 2, 4, 6, 8 will fit on that cart, and we'll run it down to him. Well, my hay rack is gone, so that means the other neighbor must be enjoying the wrapped bales. So 2019 is underway. I got some up to the driveway, and then I'll load with the loader from the driveway. I probably could have drugged that 3-point cart in here, but I wasn't sure how froze up it was or not. Anyway, just backed up. A few of them have been kind of froze, where the bottom stays on the ground and it tears the net wrap off. And so I'll take a few dollars a bale off of them for him, or see how many I have that are busted up by the time I get up there. Who knows? A couple of them might be free, I don't know. I'll work with him. He's a good guy. He'll work with me. And then I just bounce across this old pasture. We got video, or not video, we got pictures. I've got ancestors that had a house like where them, somewhere up here in this corner from, I think it's like 1890 or something. There used to be a homestead here. The camera quit recording. I don't know what the deal is. But yeah, so from the 1890s, and so why there was some big rock, and they were kind of organized out here, and Dad said, well, that's what the old timers did for footings for their houses and barns back then, was they just used big stones and you had your rock footings. And so yeah, it's kind of interesting. And then that's where that well came from. I'd like to find out more on how deep that well is. Maybe we'll have to have Dad. Yeah, that sucker. That one was, I don't know what's with these few on this row. It's just on this row that them suckers are froze in. Oop, there we go. That one, we saved most of it. We saved it. That's good. Yeah, we should interview Dad on the history of this lot here, and how the family moved around, because Grandpa's grandparents and their cousins and stuff had several homesteads, and that's where my uncle lives, in one of them homesteads kind of deal. And somewhere in the late 1800s, right over the neighbor's hill, apparently they used to bury people back then from diphtheria and whatnot. And so wonder if we could go dig up a skeleton. That'd be weird. That'd be real weird. Yeah, maybe we'll do that this summer. We'll get Dad and Ma to give us a history lesson out here on this lot. We took some trees down that were from some of them pictures. And so the neighbor that lives in one of Grandpa's old houses, or not one of, Grandpa lived there when I was a kid, when he moved off the farmhouse when Mom and Dad moved in. The neighbors that live there now thought it was so cool that we showed them a picture that had the big tree in it that we finally took down. She took about 400 pictures of that day pulling that tree down, and she thought that was fun. I had planted a lot of trees over here to start building some windbreaks because we might build out here someday. And the little trees were coming along very good. And one spring we were burning the pasture, and my brother was bored, so he lit the round bale stack on fire because we had a big stack of round bales there, so he lit them on fire. No, he didn't light it on fire. It was an accident. We back burned around it. We were trying to back burn around it, and son of a gun, them little pine trees were 10 feet away from where we were burning, and they just went up like a candle. And same with the round bale, about 10 feet away from our little flame, and poof, the one bale just went up, and it's game over. We couldn't move the bales fast enough. Dad he saw it, and he came out with the 50-20, and he just drove the nose of the tractor right into the round bale stack to try and push them other bales away. And a spark moves, and the whole thing just woof like a can of gas. My phone died when I was loading up with the 4430, but you get the picture. You take bales and you set them on there with the loader. So let's drive down to his place and see if we can't get unloaded.